Very good morning, friends. Today we'll talk about ABC of Indian economy. And today we're going to take letter alphabet S. Now S stands for stock market. It stands for sports. It stands for statues. It stands for Sulabh Shauchalaya. It stands for social unrest. It stands for subsidy, and so on. Today let's talk about them. Well, friends, there is no denying the fact that stock market is vital to our Indian economy now. There's so much steps already been taken with respect to liberalization, privatization. Stock market has become very important. It has always been important, but after Manmohan Singh liberalization, it became important because there's so much of industry gradually coming up in the private sector. It's important. Privatization is a good thing, I've always been saying, but then there need to be good regulators. In stock market we have Security Exchange Board of India. We have IRDA, we have TRAI, now we also have Competition Commission of India, and so on. But there need to be more regulators in other specific sectors. There need to be good labor laws. Things like Kingfisher should not happen. It's cast a very bad image in the stock market. Not many Indians are investing in stock market. And the reason is quite obvious. People have lost interest in the government. They believe there is connivance between the politicians and the top industrialists. Look at what Kejriwal is saying. Mukesh Ambani, Reliance, gas, $1, $4, $8. Crony capitalism. That has always been there. That's the reason people do not invest in stock market. Now it's the job of the next government to bring a atmosphere of trust, faith between public and the government, between the public and the stock market. There's no doubt about it. Stock market is not easy to predict. There are so many risk factors involved. But then things should always be at least market determined. But so is not the case. Most of the things happen backstage. Now look, if the next government comes and does not give $8 for the gas or abolish that agreement, what will happen of the people who have invested in Reliance stocks? So many things are government determined. And if you look at most of the government policies, some way or the other, the interest of the public is there, but interest of the industrialist has been taken into consideration. If I say why gas allocation, that oil wells were not given to other companies, why was there no open auction? Something is there, man. Look at Kingfisher. How can a company not pay salaries to the employees and the same industrialist survives and can invest in other things? The promoter should be held accountable, man. Why the non-performing assets of various industries non-performing assets are those where an industry takes a loan and somehow is not able to pay back. The non-performing assets of public sector units, banks, government banks, it is said it is equal to the income tax and corporate tax collected in the whole financial year. See, this is the height of non-performing assets of the banks. Whereas people like me and you, if you take home loan and if you forget or somehow not able to pay 2 EMIs of your home loan, at the third installment somebody will drop in from the bank and give you a threat that if you do not, then your house may be sold. Why so, man? Why not no rules for big industrialists, and why so many rules for the Aam Aadmi, the public? Something is definitely wrong, man. Government should have created trust in a way where people get encouraged to invest in stock market. In India, not more than not more than 3-4% people invest in stock market. When I say 3-4% means 3-4% of the people who are above age 21. It may be even less, 2-3% if I say age about 21. Even if you take age about 30, it may not be more than 4-5% anyway. That includes the mutual funds. And look at the mutual funds also. I'm not naming that mutual fund company. Insider trading. There's somebody, Rajat Gupta, well known. In US, there was something called insider trading. a mutual fund company meeting going on, they decide to invest in something, but someone get the advance news before investing. That is called insider trading. In India also, mutual funds, they have been insider trading. News leaked out from the meeting room before the company tries to invest in some particular stock, and somebody reaping the benefit. That is called insider trading. But in case of US, Rajat Gupta was taken very seriously. But in India, it's there in the newspaper for 1 or 2 days. After what happens, nobody knows. It happened in India in a top mutual fund 2 years back. Not many me knowing that. Look at the IGL stock. It is said somebody came to know the decision of the government with respect to PNGRB. Somebody made huge profit, and how the news came to that particular 2-3 people or group, nobody knows. Harshad Mehta, we all know. Ramalingam Raju, Andhra Pradesh, Satyam, everybody knows. So that's the reason. Okay, let's talk about social unrest. Now, whatever happened in parliament with respect to Telangana, when the MPs, there's so much of anxiety, so much of restlessness among member of parliament, and such a thing can happen in parliament with so much of security. Look at the streets of India, I mean. Experienced, mature parties should behave properly. Congress and BJP should behave properly. They are the icons of the Indian democracy. Democratic traditions should not be murdered. Look at the president rule in Delhi. It is immoral, unethical for the government, central government, to do such a thing. Let the democracy be vibrant, man. If the Congress so thinks that they cannot come in Delhi if the elections are held now, they won't allow the elections to happen in Delhi because they have a power at the central government and they can impose president rule, center rule. Already there have been relations between center and states have been very much strained. Let the democracy go down deep to the Panchayati Raj institutions. Do not play with the constitution book rules. Otherwise, when I say social unrest, look at what happened in Ukraine. Look at Egypt. Indians cannot afford to see bloodbath on the streets. Move as per the aspirations of the Indian people. The way Telangana was made, in the future, even if any state is carved out from the Indian territory, regional aspirations must be considered, man. People want jobs. This youth must be engaged somewhere or the other. Create a lot of jobs, man. Otherwise, this demographic dividend of the youth, what we are saying India is young, can become a problem for India, man. What we are so proud of can be a trouble for us. Already see the number of things. People murdering their own spouses, children. Look at the various news, people committing suicide, committing crime at the very small instances. You will be surprised how somebody can commit crime, commit murder, commit suicide at such a small issue. Every second or third day you might hear this news. Something is wrong, man. In society, people should not be anxious about the future so much. When people are worried about their livelihood, are worried about their status, cannot live a dignified life, then such things will happen, man. Let's talk about Sulabh Shauchalaya. Indians are known for defecating outside in the fields, in the urban areas. People are urinating at the walls. Many people now put tiles of depicting pictures of God, Hindu God, Christian God, this God, so that out of fear people may not urinate at those areas. Look at the news recently. In Delhi, it is easy to get a girl, but difficult to get a place. So, in area in Delhi called Madhipur, Sulabh Shauchalaya's toilets were used as a place to do those dirty things. Sulabh Shauchalayas are wonderful things, man. I still remember somebody by Pathak came out with this idea long time back. In cities like Delhi and all, there should be a number of Sulabh Shauchalayas. And why take a transaction in currency notes or coins? Make a smart card just like we have in Delhi Metro, and one card, one rate, whether you urinate or defecate. The rate should not be different if you urinate or defecate. Who is going to check out what you did in the toilet? So there should be one rate, one smart card, and Sulabh Shauchalaya is a very big, good chain. Come out with those. Sulabh Shauchalaya should be at very good places like metro places, metro stations, railway stations, at big public places. Nowadays we have very good fresh areas, toilets in malls, well maintained in all malls, thanks to them. But so should be at public places. No coin, no rupees, only smart card. Let somebody smart be at the station. Some private guard, not some sort of a... Okay. Coming to statues. When you see of statues, nowhere in India, I will say all over India, you will definitely have a road by name Mahatma Gandhi Road, MG Road. Not a single city you will find where the statue of Mahatma Gandhi is not there. After all, he is the father of the nation. But then, why statues of people like Mayawati, man? In Delhi, it is said if you want a road by somebody's name, give few thousand rupees to a municipal councillor, and you can have a road in your name or road in your father's name who is no more. It's very easy. So that's the height, man. We have airport by name of the politician, we have stadiums by the name of politicians, but the height of it is now we have statues who a person who's alive. Now Modi is coming out with a statue of Patel Maharashtra government thinking of making a statue of the name of Shiva, and the ego is which statue is the tallest and the most or the magnificent. 700 crores, 1000 crores, 2000 crores spent on statues. Come on, man. Who is the think tank behind these mad people? Stop those things, man. Coming to sports, I was talking about stadiums. Stadiums in the name of politicians. Why don't we have stadiums in the name of people who have won Olympic gold medals? There was so much of controversy with respect to Bharat Ratna for Sachin Tendulkar and Milkha Singh. Well, countrymen, sports need to be given importance. Sports person need to be given importance. I am not against Sachin Tendulkar, but my point is, look at the various sports federations which look after that particular sports. Look at hockey. Who is the person heading the hockey? Who is the person heading the football federation? What politicians are doing at sports federation, man? Person who is good at hockey, who has won bronze or silver medal or gold medal in Asian Games or Olympics, should be the person heading that hockey federation. Similarly football, similarly other things. What politicians are doing at sports federation, man? All this happened during the Congress Raj. These are the reasons people don't like Congress. Many things, the political culture what we see right now is mostly laid by the Congress. Now BJP is also coming, because BJP can also be blamed for running the country for 7 years and doing nothing. The political culture in India need to change, man. I don't think old parties will be efficient or fast enough to change that culture. The new regional parties will have to come out with the facts and change that culture. Mamta Didi is a coming up politicians. Kejriwal is a coming up politicians. Jayalalitha ruled earlier also, but this time she has come. But she should do something new, and don't fall into petty local Tamil politics, releasing those of Rajiv Gandhi. Come out at national level. Do talk something national. That's important. Something must be done with respect to sports. Don't only aspire for the Asian Games medal or Olympics medal. Open more parks, open more sports complexes where youth is engaged, youth is playing. More they play, the more physical activity they do. If I talk in medical terms, the more you walk, the more you do exercise, you go for morning or evening walk, something like endorphins is produced in your body, which keeps your mood elevated, which keeps you enthusiastic. Similarly, look at China, Europe, America. Why people are happy? Because there's so much of sports activity at school level, college level. And naturally, when you play so much, naturally you win medals also. Look at those who have won medals in Olympics and Asian Games. Many times in the newspaper you will find somebody who won a medal, but then that fellow person ready laga raha hai. That fellow person is selling something on ready on the roadside. Such a poor fellow who cannot make both ends meet. In Delhi, I still remember when I was in class 12, a person who won, I think, gold medal in Asian Games, did wrestling, but later on he was selling golgappe or something, some snack at the cart, ready on the roadside. That shouldn't be the case, man. A person who has won some medal at Asian or Olympic Games should be given regular pension, sort of. Start with a minuscule money at least. anybody who is winning some medal at the Asian or Olympic Games should be given minimum starting say bronze medal in Asian Games, at least 2000 per month. At the top end, gold medal at Olympics, you can say 10,000 or 12,000 per month. Pension, whether he's employed or not, whether he's in government job or not, from the government side he should be given this money. Whether he takes that or not, it is his prerogative. The onus lies on him. From 2000 to 12,000, that should be the range, depending on the medal somebody won in Asian Games or Olympic Games, till he dies. Something should be there. Otherwise, all those sports activities, somebody will get encouraged. Engage the youth in sports activities. Whether you win medal or not, it's not that important. Otherwise, this youth will become the headache for the government someday very near. When I talk of social unrest, sports activity is important. Why people are getting angry at the drop of a hat. Nowadays, crime is committed at a very small instance. Recently in Delhi, three members of the same family murdered just because of parking problem in Delhi. So many things, man, like that. Talking about subsidy, I already talked a lot about subsidy in my earlier videos. Things like subsidy should be stopped altogether. There should not be things like subsidy in the Indian economy. Subsidy is just a method to befool Indian public by the netas, Bandarbant. I talked a lot about subsidy in my earlier videos, so I'm not talking in this particular video. I'm tired of talking about subsidy. Now coming to social media, I was watching TV news yesterday whereby a very small town in UP or Madhya Pradesh, somebody put allegations at the collector in this particular district, allegations of corruption. He was talking about corruption practices of that collector for a long time, but nobody was giving ears to him. But moment he put that in the Facebook, a lot of media attention went. So what I want to say is, social media is a wonderful thing. A lot of allegations by Shinde, by Kejriwal on TV, media. Media should behave responsibly. Journalism has to be the way, it's a profession. There are some ethics to that. Well, big news channels and very reputed newspapers, we can rely on them. But those TV channels which are very new in the market, sometimes you don't feel like relying on them. The reputation is made not in one day. It takes years, decades to make a reputation. Reputation is an intangible thing. Reputation is an asset of any company. It's well known. It takes few minutes or hours or days to spoil your reputation, but it takes years or decades to make your reputation. One must remember that. That's the reason good people do not rely on news which are very new in the market, whether it is print media or TV news channels, because it takes time to make a reputation. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, they are doing wonderful job. Now Indian people not only rely on print media and TV news channels, lot many watch YouTube. Now they have good social networking. People should comment on YouTube. I like YouTube more than Facebook. The reason being, in Facebook you connect person to person, but in YouTube you talk about topics. We talk about those agendas, topics, views, opinions relating to particular sector, ideology, not a particular person. Because I feel when it comes to the country, the nation, or this wonderful earth, country is more important than people. Country is above personalities. Country should be at the top, should be the top agenda, not the person. Person may come and go, but this country will remain forever. That's the message. I like YouTube more than Facebook for that reason.